Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me for tonight's session. I'm going to be using white sage. I'm going to be burning a lot of white sage tonight for the session to clear out negative energies from the outside world, the noise from your mind, from stress, from work, toxic people. White sage is perfect for this. And I'm also going to be burning some Nagchampa, which is perfect for like a meditation. And I had a special request from a patron, or a subscriber I should say, to do some copal burning, but I don't really have copal right now, but I will do the incenses. So this is a Nagchampa, and this one is really amazing for getting into deep meditation. Okay, so like when you connect to your spirit guides and things like this, connecting to your third eye chakra and your crown chakra. So Nagchampa is a really good meditation incense. Put this right here. And then I want to do a really purification, just a nice burn for a purification, which is frankincense. So frankincense is amazing to, clear out your environment, clear out energy parasites, clear out toxic people, clear out their intentions from you, like disconnect, to completely like disconnect from them, because a lot of people, and yes, I mean like even your coworkers, even your family members, they will be vile as fuck, to the point where like a lot of people these days, believe it or not, they don't have the greatest intentions. They have really bad intentions because it stems from jealousy. It stems from they're in secret competition with you. You'll be minding your business, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, you know what I mean? And then I also have a really nice, so that's a frankincense. I have a really nice sandalwood here incense, which something made me get this today. I actually opted for this over the Palo Santo. First of all, I couldn't find the Palo, but this one, something told me to get sandalwood. I'm supposed to get frankincense and myrrh, but this called to me. So this acts with the frankincense and the myrrh. So this is the frankincense that I just lit. Then I have a Nagchampa there, and then I'm lighting the light sage, and then now this is the sandalwood. And then I also want to do a nice myrrh. So frankincense and myrrh is really good to deflect negativity. So like a lot of people who are toxic, or like who don't have the best intentions for you, or who just hate you, or whatever the fuck their problem is with you, it's not your problem. I want you to know that. It's not your circus, not your monkeys. So always keep your boundaries high, and they can't affect you, honey. If you keep your boundaries high, it's never going to affect you. To the point where, they can try all they want, but if you have strong boundaries, baby, they're not going to get in, no matter what they do. They're not, as long as you don't let them get under your skin. And they'll try to get your energy, and they'll try to make you upset so they could feel better because they're insecure, or whatever problem they have, their own fucking problem. Telling you, if you don't let it in, baby, you're not going to be shook. You're not going to be affected by it. So you just have to draw your energetic boundaries. So this is what I teach in my videos. And I've kind of been MIA. I've been shopping and just de-stressing and healing from a lot. So this right here is a myrrh. So back there we have a frankincense, a sandalwood. Over here we have a Nagchampa. And then this one's the myrrh. And then I want to do a dragon's blood as well, because I want to stay really clear in this session, okay? I want to focus on actual, like, meaningful, subjects that I need to talk about, and nothing's going to disrupt me this time. All the other times it may have affected me, not now, because I've learned how to put up my energetic boundaries, so it doesn't affect me the way it used to affect me. Hang on, you guys. Yeah, that shit doesn't affect me anymore. Maybe when I was younger. No, I'm very wise now, to the point where it doesn't affect me. So we're going to talk about different things that my spirit guides want us to talk about tonight for the session. Also, I would remind you to get some Florida agua, because this deflects spirit attacks. It deflects the evil eye. It deflects negative energy. Also, what helps me personally, going back to my roots, because you have to go back to your roots sometimes, is wearing one of these. So this helps me a lot. Oh, and you guys, I want to show you. I got some awesome hawk feathers today. This morning when I left for my walk. So we're going to be using these later in the session. But I want to talk about, first we're going to be cutting cords. I want to talk about how you can clear yourself from the evil eye, how you can clear yourself from parasite attacks. So like, what are energetic parasites? Okay. Energetic parasites can be a number of just bad spirits. They could be spirit attachments. What is a spirit attachment? A spirit attachment is an entity that you did not invite into your aura, your sacred space, and they could have been a lost soul, or they could have come in through a friend that you let in your house. They could have been a spirit attachment from someone they knew. And then an energy parasite usually stems from intruder spirits. So like energy vampires, intruders. That's what an energy vampire is. They intrude on your sacred space. They siphon your energy. They stay days, months, weeks, years and years and years, decades later after they know that they're not welcome there, and they just want to invade the space and intrude and then like take over and claim territory. That's what an energy vampire is. They don't have their own light. They were not born with their own source light or God light, to where if you are an awakened, evolved soul, they're going to sense that in their energy. They're energy vampires, so they're going to therefore stay for years or however long they want to inhabit if you don't have strong energetic boundaries, and they will siphon or suck your chi life force energy to where you end up feeling a range of emotions. Actually, you could feel frustrated, you could feel angry, you could feel you could even interchange, you could feel what they feel. So like, they will suck your good energy, the energy that you use to be productive every day and get things done, and then you'll end up feeling fatigued, lethargic, bone tired, exhausted. Some, depending on whatever their problem is, sometimes they'll be self-medicating, or they'll be angry, or harbor animosity and harbor just those really negative feels, that you'll end up taking that on, and then they'll end up taking your good energy, and then it's like an energy like switch cord. So you have to be really conscious and awakened of this. So I'm gonna be cutting these cords, okay? It's like really important to cleanse as well. You want to cleanse your energy from energy vampires, and they're everywhere. They could be at your job, they could be in your family, they could be in your friend circle, they could be anywhere, to the point where like you end up feeling angry or exhausted or frustrated or moody as hell, and you don't know why. You can't put your finger on it, but that something's wrong. That's an energy vampire did this to you. Like, they sucked your chi life force to the point where you're like, what in the truck like is going on here? Like, I don't feel right. Something doesn't feel good in me, to the point where I just want to, retreat and go and just, it's a really bad feeling too. You got to protect your boundaries. So just because somebody wants to talk to you doesn't mean that you have to talk to them. Just because, they're in your inbox, or just because, they come around your house, doesn't mean you have to answer the door. So just remember, like, you have a conscious choice to make, to the point where, like, you don't have to engage, even with old friends, or maybe friends you've outgrown, people you've outgrown, karmic connections. And I'm just going to be pulling energetically and cutting the cords now. Yeah, you don't want to give your energy, your good energy, just to anyone. You want to protect your energy. So this is what I'm here for. So I'm sorry for the new ones here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my channel. I'm a shamaness. I'm a medicine woman. I'm a healer. I'm a natural born healer. I'm a walk-in soul. I am so many things. I'm very clairsentient, psychic feeling, clairvoyant, psychic visions, claircognizant, psychic knowing, okay, telepathic, so picking up on line of thoughts. I'm very energetically sensitive. I'm an HSP, highly sensitive person. There's a book written on this from Dr. Elaine Aron, okay, in California. You could look this up on Amazon or eBay or online. Her and her husband, they wrote that book. I'm also a crystal empath, an animal empath, a mammal empath, a baby empath, and I'm so much more, but I'm just never what they said about me, or I'm never what you heard about me. So, and you see, I don't know if you see in this video, I've got such a suntan. I've been walking a lot in the sun and just like really trying to, you know, shed old energies and just shed trauma. And you know, it's been a lot, but you know, I've had to do what I had to do. And you know, I ask you to go and step into your inner power and be productive, and you do what you need to do. Even if you don't feel good, even if you don't feel like getting out of bed, like force yourself to. You know, like force yourself, even though you don't feel up to it, you just have to get up and just, you know, get dressed and just do the damn thing. Like, honestly, I don't, you know, if somebody is, you know, trying to bother you and somebody is, you know, all more of the reason. But like, you don't have to engage with people if you don't want to. Being alone is an act of self-service. It's an act of having solitude and hanging out with yourself, spending time with yourself. A lot of psychologists have written articles about this in their expertise with patients, saying that if you have solitude in yourself and you want to hang out with yourself and spend time with yourself, it doesn't mean you're lonely. It means that you put that pedestal of yourself as your own company, you know, up very high. Like, you highly respect yourself, and you know, you value that peace and that tranquility, and it doesn't mean you're lonely, but you'd rather just have a high regard, spend time with your own company because you're that much of a genius. If it doesn't make sense, I'm sorry, but you could Google this. Like, there's articles on it, okay, that if you spend time alone, that doesn't mean, you know, there's a lot of like, you know how society is, they'll judge you. And I mean, trust me, I've been judged by everything. I don't care about society at this point, okay? I'm so far from society and the BS and the matrix that I'm so spiritually evolved, so spiritually awakened, that I had literally, I'm done dumbing myself down for mortals and for like small talk and conversations and engaging in just like basic, non-deep, just engaging in superficial, you know, interactions. I'm so evolved far beyond that to where like I would rather, you know, enjoy my own company. I don't want to deal with that. I'm very evolved from that. So I want to do some more sage though, you guys, because I feel like, you know, there's lots of energies that don't want the best for you, you know, and I just feel like this will help a lot. So I have these sage bundles here, and it's just really good to burn the sage to, you know, disassociate from just awful spirits, people with bad intentions, people who harbor ill will or hatred, animosity, you know, any type of negativity or pessimism towards you. You don't need that shit in your life, like, honestly. To the point where, like, this is the fire horse year. This is the year that, excuse me, you're going to be doing more of you. You're going to be going out to the world more in solitude and doing self-discovery work and, you know, finding yourself and creating yourself both. And it's okay to do both. It's okay. So this is an EMF organ dome. I'm also a Reiki master teacher, certified in Reiki master teaching for the new ones here who don't know me, in Usai Reiki of 2019, and I'm a fire Reiki healer as well. So newly certified this year. So I'm proud of myself because I'm getting things done. So what I'm going to do is going to suck out negative cords, and I'm going to use my selenite, and I'm going to cut those energetic cords. It's going to suck out just negative energy that you don't need. Hold on, you guys. If I could fix this. Sorry about this. If I could, like, literally fix this really quick. I don't know. This probably just did not make a difference. I don't know what it did. I'm going to go back to that organite. But this is a selenite. And this will, I mean, it made it a little bit better. You can see me a little bit better. But that ray of light, sorry, guys, there's nothing I could really do about it. I don't know if you guys have tried. And, like, this is, like, really bad. But it's so damn good that I don't give a fuck. If you go to Wawa and get the, I don't know if you like chicken quesadillas, but they're like fajita quesadillas. They're so good. And I get them loaded with like banana peppers, sour cream, the salsa. I had this like 3 days in a row, you guys. It's so delish, to the point where like the other day, like I literally walked 15.5 miles, and then today I walked like 7-8 miles. Then yesterday I think I did like 6 miles, and the night before the 15 miles was like 4 miles, and then I did another one that I skipped. I don't know. I think I did like 11 or 12 miles. I mean, I walk a lot. So like, you know, you get really fucking hungry. Like if you walk in the sun, and lately, like since it's transitioning from winter to springtime, like down in Florida, like it's really windy, and I've been having to take my umbrella, and like it just feels so invigorating on my spiritual vessel and my physical vessel, to the point where like when I drove the car today, you guys, I actually got the fucking car for once, and people were pissing me off in traffic that like I literally was so thankful that I can just walk places, because you don't have to wait. When you walk, you literally just get to where you're going. You don't have to obey the traffic signals, the traffic lights. You don't have to obey anything. You don't, like, walking. I love to walk, to the point where like I wish sometimes that I like lived kind of like in between like the country and the city, because like I love my solitude, I love my tranquility, my serenity. They used to call me Serena a long time ago. That was my confirmation name a long time ago, because I was raised Catholic. I know there's like a lot of witches on the channel. Like if you're a witch, you're welcome here. It's okay, just don't hex me. But I swear I went through like a fucking, I don't know, decades of generational curses, and then I went through like just a really like long period of that whole thing, to where like my ex had married a witch. Like she called herself a druid, but she was really a Satanist witch, and she put a lot of dark magic on me and even my blood and my household, to where like it affected even them, the way that they treated me and my kids, to the point where like it took me a long time to figure out like who was doing it, where it was coming from. And it was like basically my ex's soon to be ex-wife, because they're divorcing. It's not working out for them. And like that's the thing, like with magic, you guys, like you have to like recast. It's so much time and it's so much energy, and it's like, who has the time anymore, to where it's like you have to recast like a spell every 3 months or every 3 weeks, and it just gets so tiring, to the point where like I think that she fell off and she was getting so tired, and then it's like they had gotten the kids over there, and then she was like working a lot, so like she stopped doing the magic, and then now he sees everything that he didn't see before, that I saw for years. I'm sorry, you guys, the chicken fajita quesadilla kind of making me gassy. And then I was being a bad girl and I got this, it's really bad, at the gas station, and I had some earlier. I haven't drank it since. There's probably like this much in there right now. It's like barely any. But then, I came back, and then I started being good again, and I walked all the way to a Super Walmart, and then I got my juices. I haven't had these juices in like weeks, like 2 weeks. I was being like bad, sort of, but... And then I had gotten the healing drink right here. So this is really good, but... yeah, you guys, like, I'm telling you, like, when you start focusing on yourself And when you start putting boundaries up that you never, like, you never knew your strength before. When you start calling your power back to you. Let's back up. When you start I'm so sorry about this ray of light. When you start calling your power back to you and you start proclaiming, this doesn't fall forward, and you start like proclaiming your power and you really call your power back. I'm so sorry for this ray of light, you guys. I don't know what else to do right now. You start reclaiming your power. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm like trying to multitask and I think I have ADHD, so sometimes it doesn't work out. But when you start reclaiming your power, you start calling your new power back to you or your old power back to you. And when you really start, like, I was talking to this Uber driver the other day, like, I think it was last weekend. It was last weekend because we're going into a weekend. Duh. And she was like, I don't want my old power back to me. She was like, I literally don't want my old power back to me. She's like, my enemies and like the old people in my family who I left and everyone like who just did me really dirty, they could have that power. She was like, I want new power. And like, she was very Christian. And I know I said that I was raised Catholic and I know that this is part of an Abrahamic religion, but the rosary is really sacred to me, to the point where like Mary Magdalene, she's a goddess in her own right. Okay. I don't want to really get into the Abrahamic backgrounds right now because we're all going to have to agree to disagree. But I will say that I do like Catholicism better than Christianity, from going to different Christian churches a long time ago versus me growing up in, a Catholic church. It's more sacred to me. That's my roots, okay? Like if you guys have roots in, Scandinavian witchcraft or Romanian witchcraft, like, how important your roots are. And like, it's funny because like a long time ago, this woman in Eatonville, I used to have a P.O. box out there because I lived in a hotel in Orlando next to the Eatonville like road in Orlando. And she was like, go back to your roots, honey. And I was like being so affected by just my exes, my old twin flames, mother, who was a karmic, and then his soon to be wife at the time, who was, she wrongfully took him with magic. She was like Mal and Aubrey, like for instance, from The Descendants, and she was Mal, I know I chug stuff, but you guys, I literally walk so many miles and I walk so much in the wind and the sun that it gets like really like sometimes like, I don't rest my muscles enough. I know that I don't rest enough, but my spirit, I like to keep very active because, vitality is everything. And I have this, hang on, you guys. Forgot to cut the tag off. OMFG. Vitality is everything to me. Hang on. To the point where I have the vitality tattoo right here. I have it. I swear. I have it right there above my ankle. And I'm tattooed in, it's either Chinese or Japanese. And I am half, I have roots in me. Half Asian. But I've had this vitality tattoo. It was my second tattoo that I got when I was very young. I think I was like, because I got my first tattoo at 18. That's right. I keep forgetting because I don't see it. It's a butterfly tribal. And I'll tell you the meaning in another video. And then I got this vitality tattoo when I was like 23, like right before I had my first son, like right before I got pregnant. And it was this guy that I was dating. He was actually 41, which is crazy because now I'm 41. And now I completely see what he was going through. Oh my God, because I was 23. I'm sorry, you guys. This is so wild. And he didn't look 41. He looked much younger, just like I don't look 41. Like today, this guy told me I look 27. I was like, thank you. But wow, it's so crazy how like, you're young and then you think 40 is so old and then you get to 40 and 41 and you actually feel younger than you were when you were like 30. Like you feel younger. Like I swear. You guys, it's so wild. I'm gonna be just pulling. And tell me if you like this, because I might return this. It's a skirt, you guys. I used to wear these in high school. And this is another thing. Like, I don't wear stuff like this anymore, like, literally. And I'm, like, back to my high school size. Like, it's so crazy. And I've had 4 children, so, like, you know, I'm very active. I really value vitality. I haven't worn a skirt in so long. And you guys, I wanted a different color skirt, but I got this one. And I might go back for that one, actually. But I need to make money. And so, like, anyways, listen. So, that's crazy how I literally... I remember Ron, his name was Ron Rivero. And he was 41 and I was 23 and he dated me and he like, okay, so this is a personal story time. He was like, he liked Asian girls and he liked full Asian girls. Like, I'm half Asian, I'm half Italian, and I have a tad bit Welsh in me. Wales is in like England, like near Great Britain, I think, but I know it's in England, and the flag is that dragon. It's like white with like the dragon that's red and it has green on it. But I'm Italian as well. And then I'm Asian, so I'm 3 things in this life. And this guy, he like wanted to date me so bad. He was the maintenance man at my freaking complex. And I was like really hesitant. I didn't know if I really wanted to date him. I was so young, I was vulnerable. And so like he ended up taking me to like Lombardi seafood and getting like, I don't remember if they were crabs or no, they were lobsters. He ends up like cooking for me. Oh, he starts dining me before that he took me to like Kobe Steakhouse, but instead of like watching them cook, he would sit me at the sushi bar. We'd go to different sushi bars. This was like back in the day. I was so young, you guys. And I just remember, like, you know, when your mind is young like that, like now that I'm wise, but I'm like looking back and I'm like, now I know what he went through. Because I kind of went through like a little phase of what he like went through. So now I know how he felt when he was like pulling like, you know, young women like that. Like, I know. Because I literally pulled, oh my God, I shouldn't even share this. I pulled a 21-year-old last year, you guys. And he was like Puerto Rican. Fucking beautiful. Like white, like skin, you know, just like nice fucking hair, like dark brown, black hair, dark brown eyes, and beautiful. He just turned 22 in January. And I don't know. It's just like it really does something for you to when like you're older and you pull someone that's young like that, like, and they're legal, but it's like they're so young to the point where like they're so innocent. Like, you guys, they're so innocent compared to my generation. Like the men in my generation, like, no offense, I haven't met a man in my generation that I'm like attracted to. Like, I'm not attracted to men of my age. I'm not attracted to men even really like in like after 34 or like in their 30s even. Like at this point in my life, like I would rather date somebody who is between, honestly, 21 to 26, maybe 27. Like that is what I prefer. After just everything that I've been through, you know, that's just me, and like it's a personal preference, and like, you guys, I'm sorry, but like this is just what it is. Like, this is what I like. I've never been one to like older men, and I've never really been one to like men my age. But my ex-fiancés, like, okay, my second ex-fiance, okay, my first and my last ex-fiancés, I've had 3. I was engaged 3 times. Okay, my first and my last fiancés were Puerto Rican, and they were 2 years older than me. So they were both born in 82. And then my middle ex-fiance was 6 months younger than me. So like he was born in 85. And so like now he's trying to come back, you guys. And I'm just like, oh, really, right now? Like after like all that witches of witchcraft, and I'm just like, are you kidding? And it's like, you know, I don't know, 5-8 years ago, me being in a vulnerable state and missing him a long time ago, okay, in my 30s. But now that I've been through so much shit, like, without him, like, you get used to things without that person to the point where you're just like, no. Like, you think you could just come back when your fucking witch wife is divorcing you, and you think that you could just sneak right back in? Like, no. Like, literally. That's not how it works. To the point where it's like, I've experienced what's on the market out there in Gen Z. And I'm sorry, I am not going back to a fucking millennial after I've had Gen Z. You guys. When you're older, do not judge me. When you are fucking older, you will understand. I mean, Gen Zs, when you're 40 and you fucking date a Gen Alpha or whatever, or like even a, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be gammas, betas, or whatever, alphas, but you'll see. Shit. Okay, that's all I'm going to say for the matter. But, yeah, so he was from Manatee, Puerto Rico, and he was beautiful. He was beautiful. And then, you know, my ex last year was 26, like the first ex. And then I went through this phase to where, like, you know, you go through your prime. So, like, you know, I was going through my phase of my prime. I was in my prime last year. And like right now, like, you know, I kind of am in my prime, but I'm not acting on it. Like last year I was fully acting in my prime to the point where like, yes, I wore protection, I was safe and everything. But it was just like after I had Gen Z, you guys, and I was 40 last year, obviously. And I had like, you know, 26-year-old, like 20, you know, 4-year-old, 21-year-old, whatever. And you have it like from like 21 to 26. Let me tell you. And when you're older, you're going to know because you're going to be pulling young women. So don't judge me, okay? You will. You're going to go through a phase as well. I'm telling you, we all go through this shit. Even like some of you in your 30s are going to fucking go through your phases to where you're going to pull 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds, dude. Okay? Freaking Irish Kegel right here. She literally was like 41 and her boyfriend was 18. She went through this shit too. So I'm just gonna cut, cancel, and delete. And trust me, I've been celibate for like December. It's gonna be going on 4 months in March, which we are in March. So going on 4 months here. I'm thinking I'm in February in the end for some reason. I really like that month, February. I kind of wish I was in Aquarius, but I am a moon. My moon is in Aquarius, so that's why I'm detached. I like that. I like the Aquarius. Like February 1st, February 2nd, I like that. Like 2/2. I just think that's cool. To the point where this right here. Oh my god. Okay. I have so many crystals and so many things up here that like I'm going to take my shaman. But yeah, no. I went through like a phase, and like I said, I've been celibate like December, January, February, March. It's going on 4 months. I think it'll be like, no, it will be 4 months because I think that was like, wait a second. No, more, it's been longer than 4 months. It was November. It was since November. My bad. It was since November 22nd. So that's longer than 4 months, you guys. I can't believe it. So yeah, I've been a good girl for like almost 5 months now, or 4.5, whatever, 4 months. To the point where like I've been saying no to like so many fucking suitors. Like I'm just like no, 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 no. To the point where like, you know, you're like whatever, bro. So like I'm just doing me at this point, you know. I'm focused on myself. I'm focused on you guys, my channel. Focus on my fitness. I'm kind of like a Gen Z girl because this is how you guys act, like the Generation Z girls and the Generation Z in general. Like you guys are very like, I mean, to the outworld world, to my generation, you guys are very like, I don't want to say numb inside, and I'm sorry. I mean, you guys are a really cool generation, but you know how to hide your emotions a lot better than Gen X and Gen Y. And Irish Kegel here, you know, the one who burned my face, she was very moody and like mood swingy and just like very like all over the place. And so was the man who raised me, to the point where like I saw some shit growing up. Like I saw some fucking crazy shit. I don't even want to tell you. So like Generation Z, like you guys, you don't even act like, dude, it was like dramatic. Like I went through some shit with them to the point where you just don't even know. You don't know. But I'm also going to take a knife and I'm going to do a cord cutting with a knife as well, you guys, because the knife helps. If you have headphones, sorry about the noise, you guys. Here we go. me in the comments if you think that I should return this. I ate a lot today, so like, but I walked, you know, I always make sure I get that balance. Like, I work for it, you know, like, if I'm not going to work out one day, which that's never me, I work out every day, but I probably will fast. But depending on how much I work out and depending on how much I allow myself, how many steps I take, I'll allow myself like that many calories or that cheat meal. But I've been spoiling myself lately to where like I need to stop. But I've been in the sunshine and the wind a lot, and it's felt really good. But you guys, like I'm telling you, when you're older, and like just say you don't work out with your baby moms or your baby dads now, and you guys are in your 20s. You know, I had my first child at 24. My dad, he passed away in 2016 from cancer. Okay, I went through like a lot of shit. You know, not having my dad's like financial support anymore, it really fucking like twisted a lot of shit to the point. And even like when he was alive, and you know, he would just check on me and be like, hey, do you need like new tires in your car? Or like I'll pull up to his house, you know, from my apartment. This is his house. And then he would just randomly hand me like sometimes $300 to $500. You know what I mean? Like my dad was cool like that like he was a provider man. That's the only thing about Gen Z. And you know, I can't really blame Gen Z, but it's the economy. There's not a lot of providers in Generation Z. Like, they're very detached, very numb inside, and they play it so cool and nonchalant to the point where like everyone, it's like a dog eat dog world. Like everyone's for their own coins. It's like their own money, you know, because it's so expensive to live. It's not you guys' fault, but it's like the world today, you know, ever since after the pandemic, you know how it is. So like I'm focused now, and you know, I've grown a lot, like a lot. I just feel like I need to do more cords with the scissors. And you guys, I've been wanting new scissors. If you guys can make a donation, I would appreciate it, because I want to get some really pretty like rainbow Reiki scissors with the donation money. And I need to get a P.O. box so they could go to the P.O. box. I don't want to have anything shipped here because I can't trust people. So yeah, I'm trying to just cut cords from you guys. Don't mind the dog energy. They're going to be fucking doing that shit. This is, you know, I don't have control. Leilita is off the chain because I tell you, the Chihuahua, he'll entice her to the point where like she'll start freaking out. Like he'll start going off barking first, and then she'll follow his lead, you know, because she's the female and he's the male, even though he's like smaller. Or like sometimes he'll bother her and he'll like lick her and she gets really uncomfortable. And then she just gets so, he almost like rage baits her. Like I swear I've sat on the patio and I've seen this, like to where like she'll sit her butt down and he'll be like licking her in places she doesn't want to be licked, whether it's her nipples or you already know. And she'll just get so uncomfortable, and then he'll start barking, and then she'll just fucking just like, you know, she'll lose it, and she'll, you know, and she's a big dog, but she's a sweetheart. Like she's so like, and he's more like free-spirited, spunky. Like he's more like of a road trip dog. I like to call Leo the dog the road trip dog because he is very active. He's very keen. He's very smart. That dog, I will say that he's very smart, that dog. And so is Leilita, Bonita, my brother's dog. She's a family dog now. Like she's all of our dogs to the point where like, you know, Leilita Bonita though, she's keen. She's smart too, but she's very timid. She's been through some shit. Poor dog. He went through a lot of shit. She went through shit. After I left, I went to the hotel a bunch of times. She went through shit with my brother. She went through shit with, you know. Just went through some shit. Do you guys see this back here? I got this. It connects to my past Indian past life. I cannot believe I'm wearing a skirt, you guys. This is just so like the millennium. Like back in like the, you know, back in like 2000s. Like that's when I was in high school, you know. I was like a sophomore in high school in the year 2000. My freshman year was 1999, which was when most of you Gen Zs were born. Some of you Gen Zs were born in 98 and 97. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, I know, I'm, like, older, but, like, I remember it being 1999, and I remember my best friend, well, he was my classmate, actually. He was actually my twin flame's best friend, but he was my classmate. He ended up passing away in 1999 of a very tragic car accident to the point where Okay, he was on his bicycle. He was going across Howell Branch. This is a road. And 436, and then this van just came up out of nowhere and just fucking made like a turn, ran a red light, and didn't see Brandon, and then boom, hit Brandon. Brandon flew off his bike and skidded on his head like, I don't know, 30 to 40 to 50 feet. I wasn't there. My twin flame was there. It hit him up in the head. To the point where he was still alive. This is where it is. He was still alive, and it's messed up. His mom had to make the decision to pull the plug, to the point where he had to suffer greatly. It was tragedy. It was a tragic death. And I'm still like, oh my God. Because I feel like, you know, if he would have stayed alive, I know that like me and him would have had a house together by now. There was an attraction there with him, I remember. And even though he wasn't my type, his heart was so pure that we would have been together. We would have been married. I just know it. He would have fucking like really been that man and that rock that I've craved for so long. Whether he was a provider, you know, or emotionally supportive, you know, he was that. He was a beautiful artist. He would draw, and he drew like so profoundly. His artwork was so beautiful. He probably would have done something in art and would have had like a 2-story house, and like our last names like were similar too. But you know, he's with me very much in spirit, and I still to this day sometimes go and visit his grave. I actually haven't been there in a while. I probably should plan. You know, I don't like to plan stuff because usually if I plan stuff, I don't want to say I'm impulsive, but like I'm more like spontaneous, to the point where like when it comes down to that plan that's going to happen that day, that like, you know, I plan for it, I'm not going to feel like doing it that day. Oh God. Okay. Sorry. Somebody just DM'd me from like my past, and I'm like, what? And that one, he told me he was 24 last year, and then he told me he was 26, but anyways, I don't know what the fuck he is. I'm just aggravated a little bit, but I'll be good. Leo, if you see this, don't be mad, just call me. I'm talking about Leo Betas, okay? Yes, I said it. Okay, so this right here is a galactic spirit quartz, and this connects to the realms of Lemuria, Atlantis, Pleiades. I can't believe I've been celibate for this many months. It's just, and like before this, like after my kids were born, I was celibate for like a long ass time. Like, I mean, after my twin flame and me split up, I'm just going to do some hand movements and pull out more negative energy. After we split up, I was celibate for a long time because I didn't have like family that would watch my kids and be cool with me like that. So where like I was celibate for a long ass time, and I'm just like, I don't know how I did that, but like I'm doing it again. Like I'm celibate right now. So it just takes willpower, you know what I mean? It just takes discipline. So okay, so now I'm going to be doing the hawk feathers, you guys. I told you I was going to do this at the end of the session. I want to do some more. I cannot believe that I've been celibate for this fucking long. Wow. I want to do more of the shaman rattle. And then I also want to do this. And then I'm going to do some Reiki. Symbols with my hands. So I just want to close up any tethers in the aura. I have awful boundaries right now. I just disclosed things that I shouldn't have disclosed with you guys. Okay. I hate it sometimes because it's like, I'm like, God, I shouldn't have said that. Like, I over fucking talked. But yeah, I got an invitation to go to a casino this weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna go to it or not. It's like up in the air. next session tomorrow, the next day, whenever I do it again, because sometimes it's hard to find quiet time, unfortunately, in this house, to where, like, the walls are super thin, and other people are just not considerate, to where they'll just be loud on purpose, like slamming their doors or screaming or shouting. I should have done more sessions when Erish Kegel was gone, because, like, literally, like, I had so much peace, but I kept leaving, to where, like, I kept walking in the sunshine. I feel so good when her energy's not here, you guys. It's not heavy. She's not standing outside my door, like, lurking, like, listening to my conversations. It's more peaceful. But I love you guys. Okay, and if you need a personal session, I will definitely be more than happy to assist you. To the point where, hang on, you guys, because, so there is, okay, so I need to go back to the store this weekend, because I need to get Palo Santo incense. They don't have sticks there. And I also want to get some white sage bundles, but this Nag Champa is bomb, guys. I love this. Like, I'm seriously obsessed with this. It smells so good. The Nag Champa smells so divine. I highly recommend you, like, find, like, I don't know, go on Amazon, and it looks like this, because, like, this dollar store, it's like, I don't know, it's very hard to come by, and it may, like, when you walk in there, you feel like you're back in the 90s again. Like, I don't know, I miss that era, you guys, because, like, it wasn't like how the world is now. But this is the Nag Champa. This is what it looks like, and I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive you can get this on, like, Amazon. I don't even know, is there eBay anymore? I don't online shop. I just go in person to shop. But this right here is so good. So, like, yeah, I got an invitation to go to a casino this, like, tomorrow, and a hotel on the beach. But, I don't know, like, it's up in the air. It's to the point where, like, I've been doing really good lately. I've been doing really, really good on this, like, journey. You know, I've been really disciplined in my workout routine. I also did something for myself, you guys, for, like, the past 2 weeks that I'm really proud of, because I put it off for so long. And I feel better now in my being. So, I'm going to do some sandalwood, some myrrh, and some frankincense right now. So this is really good right here. And Leo Vedas, I believe he's a Virgo, so yes, he is. So I go really good with earth signs, especially Virgos. Frankincense, myrrh, and sandalwood. I'm gonna do a dragon's blood, but this was really good, you guys. I'm gonna do a dragon's blood. And this squirt is fucking delivering. It is delivering. I'm like, I cannot believe that it actually fits me. And this is from, like, the Asian store, you guys. I went into Walmart earlier and I tried on bikinis that were like 0-3. Like, literally, though, I fit into this. I'm just like, wow. I was never even this size in high school, you guys, but I used to wear skirts in high school. Okay, so this is an astrophyllite right here. We're just going to cut a couple more cords, and then I'm going to do a dragon's blood incense cone. They had dragon's blood sticks, but I have, like, cones in here somewhere. And then they had a really pretty color of this. It was like a different color. Like, I'm gonna have to fucking go back to that store eventually and get it. It's so pretty. Oh, look, you guys, I found the copal. I don't know if this is, I don't think this is copal, but it has built-in, like, resin into it, you guys. It's a charcoal disc. It's fucking bomb. What? Okay, and then I have the, right here. Okay, perfect. So I do have this still, which You guys asked for this, okay? And I usually would be like, cash at me, but I'm doing this as a favor. If you guys can cash at me, because somebody's been asking me to do a session with this, which here you go. Are you happy? I'm happy. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. Okay, so this, I'm going to put some eucalyptus essential oil. Oh, you guys. There's something that I have to share with you guys in the next up and coming weeks. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like the week of the 11th, which is next week, and I'm so fucking excited. You have no idea. I've been waiting for this for a very long time, and I finally had the money to do it, and I just fucking did it, and I'm so fucking thrilled. I can't wait to tell you, like, after, you know, it's just really good news. It's very optimistic and positive, and it's something good finally after 40 years of fucking hell with energy vampires. Like, fucking something finally is gonna come good of this. So this is what it looks like, and I don't want to burn my nail, you guys, because I just kind of put these nails on earlier. I think Nate Jacobs just locked his puppy in the fucking room again. Hold on. This doesn't want to really light tonight, but yeah, he did. Okay, so this right here is like copal. No, wait. This is frankincense and myrrh resin. This is the only charcoal disc I have. If you guys want more of this, I highly recommend you cash out me, because I will go back to that store and I will literally go and get frankincense and myrrh, as well as I need Palo Santo incense, and I need more sage. And Nate Jacobs, he left. I guess his stripper girlfriend left, and then he left because he locked his puppy. And then that's his car that you hear. He's got this BMW banger. He doesn't deserve the car. I wish that sometimes he didn't have a car. So I wish life would just hit him, so he could learn what he did to me and my kids was wrong, and he could be in our place, because he put us in this place. So this right here is, he does this on purpose too. I feel like he did this on purpose, to the point where, like, he wanted that poor fucking dog, you guys. I'm just gonna let that like burn out there. I can't let it burn in here because it's gonna be way too like smoky. But yeah, you guys, earlier, someone who calls herself my mother in this life, I don't know, her and my sister are like really jealous of me, to the point where like, it's just really fucked up. So like, she tried to play dumb and try to make me jealous. She was like, oh, did you get me a present? And she's such an actress. Like, she acts so fucking fake. And I'm just like, present, what do you mean? And then I guess it was Erich Kiegel's birthday, and I completely forgot, because, you know, she burned my face and put me through so much trauma. But she just compensates for her, and she's like, oh wait, no, it was her birthday, so that's her gift. And she was trying to make me feel some type of way, and I don't care. I'm probably gonna go to a casino this weekend. Do you think I give a fuck about a present? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, whatever, bro. Yeah, I didn't let it affect me. Okay, so this is the dragon's blood. This is protection. Yeah, no, I have to do lots of incenses for my mental health and for my physical, my spiritual psyche. My physical, okay, my spiritual vessel and my physical psyche, and just, I need to protect myself. And Nate Jacobs, he really like knows how to like try to fuck with me, to the point where like he does shit like this with his puppy on purpose to try to affect my videos, especially if like his stripper girlfriend goes to work, which she still works at the fucking stripper place, so. guys, I love you. Please cash out me. I need donations because I'm almost out of this incense, Dragon's Blood. And I ran out of my Palo Santo incense. So yeah, if you guys could cash out me, my cash app is Mermaid Priestess 222. I would appreciate it. I'll get spiritual tools for the channel. I love you guys. Love and light and lots of power to you.